Comment ça va? Day one. Stuck here on a deserted island. No video games, no snacks, or even internet. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Hey, don't get upset. This is just VFX, also known as visual effects. And today, we're gonna learn how to do a couple of these cool tricks. It's magic. Ow! Why didn't anyone tell me to wear goggles? Okay, let's take a look at the first shot we're gonna do today. Who picked this background? Boy. Okay, so now we're inside of Premiere Pro. And this is what the shot looks like. This is the layers. On the top part is the video. And I'm showing this so that we get an accurate idea of what we're looking at on the screen. And on the bottom part in green is the audio. And we won't be dealing with the audio. This is a visual effect. So we're mostly focusing on just this section of the shot. And we're gonna move it over so it's easier to see. So you can see there's two layers here. But why are there two layers? Because there's a visual effect. So on the top layer, if you turn it off, you can see in the upper right that my assistant, Godfrey, he's throwing the spaceship. Now, most people pronounce this word Godfrey, but for the first 2 years that he worked for me, I called him Mike. So really, this is a promotion. Congratulations, Godfrey. Let's go back to Premiere Pro. So if we take this and let's just turn off the bottom layer, you can see, okay, that's what's cut out on the top. So this is how I'm erasing Godfrey from the shot. It's a very simple effect. Watch, I'm gonna move the bottom layer over. Let's turn it on. Now this is the shot with just Godfrey in it. Now what we're gonna do, let's get rid of him. So we duplicate the shot. And now we're gonna come and make a mask. Let me make this a little smaller. We're gonna make a mask around Godfrey. Do you know what the heck is a mask? Well, a mask in this case is a function inside of After Effects or Premiere Pro or any other program that allows you to cut out or select part of a shot. Now, when I'm doing a mask like this, I don't like to use straight lines because having curves, it makes it harder for your eye to pick up exactly where these seams are occurring. I do that all the time. Okay, so now what we need to do is slip this clip in time to where Godfrey's not standing in there. Right? So where it's just blank. So let's slip it and let's find a section where he's not standing there. See, I keep moving it and you can see it there. There he goes. Oh, and he's out the shot. Bye, Godfrey. Okay, so now you can see he's just gone because the mask on top is showing when he wasn't standing there. See that? A very, very simple yet effective way to erase something. Now, of course, the camera is not moving in this shot, which is always much easier, but the same thing can be done if the shot is moving.
Hello, people. It's me, Daddy. I was gonna sit this one out, but just like you, I was listening to this and I'm bored to tears. So I'm here to spice things up.
Man, that does not bode well for the rest of this video.
Tinu, it hurts my heart to see you flaunt like this and fail in front of the world.
Really? It hurts your heart?
Well, full disclosure, I had an exceptionally large lunch and there's a possibility it's gas. Probability, actually. Yeah.
I'm like 100% sure I'm gonna regret this, but we're talking about visual effects and I can't possibly think of what you could add to the conversation.
Tinu, you want to know about special effects?
Well, that is the topic of this video.
Yeah, but it's boring.
Okay.
You ever heard of that movie Castaway?
Yeah.
The one with little Tommy Hanks?
I didn't know there was more than one.
There's several.
Besides, no one calls him Little Tommy Hanks. He's like 60 years old.
Well, he's little Tommy Hanks to me and always will be.
Fine. But I'm scratching my head on the special effects you're talking about. Was it the plane crash?
No, besides, it was a shipwreck. Try to keep your facts straight.
Right.
As I was saying, they made him lose like 100 pounds, all digital. Amazing.
I'm pretty sure that Tom Hanks just lost the weight in real life. They took like a 6-month break from shooting.
They knew the internet has enough of a problem with misinformation without you adding to it. Anyway, the special effects made it one of the scariest movies I've ever seen.
Scary movie? What movie are you talking about?
Castaway, the one with little Tommy Hanks. Try to keep up, Tinu.
That's not a horror movie.
Tinu, a talking basketball with a bloody face is the very definition of horror.
Volleyball.
The part that was most disturbing to me...
The part with his tooth?
Tinu, he lost his tooth ice skating. Big deal. No, it's that after he was rescued by the whale and came back to civilization, he lost his taste for boiled crabs. That, my friend, is a tragedy.
Dad, this is not a food show. Actually, I have no idea what this is. But we were talking about visual effects.
Fair enough. The special effects when the soccer ball talks.
It's a volleyball.
Oh, Spalding, that was its name.
Nope.
The effects they put on that, it looked real new. And that voice, it still haunts me to this day.
I've got to be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Castaway, shipwreck, stuck on an island, gets skinny, won't eat crabs, loses his tooth ice skating, has an evil ball that helps him escape from the island on the back of a whale. You following this?
No.
You know, when you were a baby, your mother was a clumsy woman, and that explains a lot. Anyway, he comes back to the US, still doesn't like crabs, goes to Vietnam, gets shot in the butt. Can I say that?
Yes.
Gets shot in the behind. And I think he also learned to play ping pong.
Wow.
Yeah, they really covered a lot of ground in that one. Should have probably been a mini-series. I didn't even mention the mermaid, played by the beautiful Farrah Fawcett.
It was Daryl Hannah, actually. And you know what? No, back to the VFX. We're done with this.
Tinu, if you let me help you make your videos educational, then they won't be so boring. They'll be 50% educational and 50% boring. That's a 50% improvement. Math, look it up.
Hello, my name is Tinu, and I want to apologize to Mr. Thomas Hanks and Mr. Robert Zemeckis on behalf of Cajun Craftastrophe for my father absolutely mangling their film Castaway. Apologies.
Well done!
Alright, since my dad is so in love with Castaway, I'm gonna do something that's partially horrifying but educational. We're gonna composite a shot together. Now, this is my favorite compositing trick. It's so effective and it's just cool, man. I love it. Now, what I'm gonna attempt to do is put my daddy's face over the face of Tom Hanks so that Claude here is trapped on the island with Wilson, the volleyball.
I like where this is going.
Now, compositing is making two separate elements look as close as possible, like they're in the same shot. They're all blended together. And as you can see, the face of my daddy and the face of Tom Hanks back here are, they're very different. You know, this does not look like it's in the same world. So let's try to make it look like it's in the same world. So right now I'm just lowering the opacity so I can line up the eyes on the same level, because that's always kind of important when doing face replacements, even with a face as disconcerting as this one.
Don't talk about me like I'm not even here.
I'm just erasing and blending the edges a little bit more.
Hello?
Okay, I've switched to the Channels tab, and the Channels tab breaks up the red, green, and blue channels into 3 separate channels. You see that? The red channel is in black and white. So this is only showing what's in the red channel. So what we want to try to do is, with the levels set to red, try to make the picture look like it's in the same world, but in black and white. So we're just adjusting the red channel to make this look correct. And then we're going to do the same thing to the green channel and the same thing to the blue channel. And you would think like, well, what is that going to do? But it's amazing. It puts it all in the same world. Now, you know, I mean, look already, you can see a huge difference in the color. We're much closer, so let's go to the green channel. Turn off the blue channel, so we're back in black and white. We bring up our levels and just try to make it look like a black and white photo. We just adjust it, and you can kind of squint your eyes also. This helps you to see whether everything's blending. Now look, it's yet even closer to matching. So let's do the blue channel. You can see the blue channel is way off. So we're gonna do some adjustments here, and we're adjusting the levels only on the blue channel. See up there, it says channel blue. So we make it look like a black and white photograph, and you just gotta play around with this, and it takes some getting used to. But let's check it out and see what it looks like. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, this is a much bigger improvement from where we started from. So there's still a lot of things that you can do to help improve this composite. But man, isn't that quite magical how you can just get it so close first? I mean, you just go to each separate channel and try to make it look like a black and white photo, and then suddenly, like, bam, you kind of almost in the same world, and then you just tweak it here and there and try to just keep making it better. But this gives you such a big leg up, and it works in Photoshop, After Effects, with still pictures, with videos. I mean, it just it's quite magical. I love it. It's my favorite compositing trick.
You should do these as white noise for people to go to sleep to.
Now, another thing to never forget when doing compositing is blur.
He's ignoring me.
Now, every camera, film camera, still camera, when it shoots, it's gonna have blur to it. That's just the nature of it, no matter how sharp it is. And the further away the subject, the little more blurry it's gonna be. That's just how lenses work, etc. So when you're adding some really tight elements together, sometimes you have to really check the blur level and make sure that they're close. So if you look at his skin and his face, his hair, you can see that there's a blur. Whereas before, when my daddy's face, it was much more crisp because it was a closer picture.
I also use lotion.
So we just blurred up a little bit, and yeah, it's a frightening picture.
Hey.
But at least it's composited in a way that was much better. It makes it seem like it's more in the same world than where we started. Okay, that's all I got for this week. So
This footage is making me hungry.
I thought you said that you just had a large lunch.
That was like 45 minutes ago.
Okay, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you. Hey, you, go pick up some stickers from my store, and then go get your craft on.